give up. Don't give up. Fight forever. Don't give up. Fight forever. Don't give up. Fight forever. Fight forever and ever and ever and ever.
People now know him as Raven. Scotty the Body was a worker in your territory in the early 90s. What do you remember about him?
He came in, and that's when I had came back from Japan, and like I said, I wasn't lying there. I got fired, and Roddy took the position, but he's doing the Love Boat, and he's doing movies, and he's doing everything, and he hired me back. And so I actually was the booker, but we put our ideas together, and we did some really good houses. But Scotty the Body came in, I forget where he was working before that, but he came in to Don's office and he was looking for a job. And so they come back there. Barry Owens came back and said, there's a kid. He looks pretty handsome looking kid. I don't know if I can work or what, but he's interested in a job. You guys want to look at it. He said, tell him to come back here. So we got him in the locker room, and Roddy Piper looked at him and then talked to him, said, can you talk? And then he said, well, tell you what, come back next week and we'll put you out on TV to do some talking, and that's where it started. Yeah, developed from there. Mm-hmm. And Roddy, they started a thing where he said, pick your nose next. He said, when you go out this time, start talking for a bit and pick your nose, and I want to get somebody to start chanting Snotty the Body. That's how it started. And he got, he got the people with him, getting on him, and then he got better and better and better. He's a very good talent too.
You also did a lot of training of other wrestlers?
Yeah, different guys, yeah.
One that I have here is Dave Sullivan, who went on, I guess, he worked in WCW.
You're talking Dave Sullivan. Mm-hmm. No, you're talking about, I'm talking about...
I think he worked as the equalizer in your...
Yeah. His name is Bill Dannenheiler, not Dave Sullivan.
No, Dave Sullivan was his working name.
Oh, was that his working name there? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't even know that. Yeah, I trained him. I worked with him a lot.
Have you kept in touch with him?
Yeah, I talked to him every once in a while, yeah. He's like a...
football coach?
Well, he's a sports... he's the head over the whole thing the college there. Yeah, he's the athletic director, actually. Yeah. Yeah, Bill's a good guy. Yeah, and I worked with him a lot. He worked as my tag partner a lot, too. He's another guy that hurt you just getting in and out of the ring.
You ran Roddy Piper's Pit transmission shop. 14 years. What did you do there?
It was what we done was I was fixing to. I'd been almost 5 years as the booker, and I was getting out of there. And I was leaving, and Roddy goes, I want to open a business in town, and you're the only person I trust with my money, that I would hand my money or my name or anything to, and trust that they'd take care of it. And so I was already doing commercials for a guy in town for a transmission shop, and so I'd already been going over there, and I was interested in having one myself. And so then Roddy brought this up, and it just fell together. And it's kind of like my dad was still alive at the time, and I told him that Roddy's putting the money up and we're going to open a transmission shop. And he says, why don't you just build space shuttles? Hell, find something you really know about. So I said, well, he said, why don't you pick transmissions? I said, I don't know. What do you pick anything? It's a business. We're going to, and so, but I gave him my word I'd make it go, so I did.
And it did well, I guess, for 14 years.
Yeah, we had it for 12 years. I ran it for 12 years, and then we leased it for 2 years, and then we sold it not long ago.
And you turned down some opportunities to work with WWF?
Yeah, I had 3 shots to go, but I wanted to stay home with my kids. I knew I'd be gone on the road all the time.
Right. Were they offers as a wrestler or offers
wrestler?
As management?
Wrestler, yeah.
When was the last offer?
I think Michael Hayes called me. Was back. Oh, so back I don't remember.
You were also, this is the first time I had met you, is you were, I guess, an assistant for Roddy Piper when he would go on the road.
Right.
I don't want to use the term babysitter on camera, but
It's okay.
Roddy likes to travel with company. And
Well, what happened was I was lifting weights and doing incline, and all of a sudden I started getting weaker on my right side every time I go back to the gym. So I went in and had a CAT scan, and they said your neck's broken in 2 places, it's fractured, 2 vertebrae, and they had the spinal cord bent like this, and within a short while, you're just going to go to your legs and you're going to be in a wheelchair if we don't get that off of there. And I also have 2 fractures in the spine lower down. Hopefully not. So they went in and they took those off and they put in a cage. And I got to where I couldn't lean over that bench and work on those transmissions all day. It just killed me. And so, and I couldn't wrestle. So I had to feed them kids. And so Roddy gave me the opportunity to come help him out. So I did that for a couple of years and then moved on from there.
So what have you been doing since then?
I work for Home Depot.
Very nice.
And I work in the tool rental department. I'm a technician, a big technician.
Some other names I want to mention, just kind of clean up here as we wrap up. Billy Jack Haynes, who's one of the more popular names.
What I just heard this last week?
What's that?
Is that now last time I seen him, he was kind of heavy. He wasn't in shape, but and he came up to me and it was at the grocery store. I heard someone hollering, "Hey Grapp," and I turned around and he comes over, shakes my hand, and says, "Man, I'm sorry if I know a lot of people don't like me, and if I did something to you, I hope I said, "There's no problem here, And he never did anything to me,
Right.
And so, but then I heard that he's got cancer.
Oh,
I don't know any truth. I haven't seen it, but I heard he's down to 160 pounds. He has no hair. He's living in a room because the guy works out the gym, rinsing the room.
Right.
And said, "Man, he's on his last leg, bud."
Oh, that's too bad.
It is bad. I hate to hear it.
Last time I saw him, I think it was 2 years ago. He had really good size on him. I mean, he was a
Did he?
bigger guy, so he
Yeah.
had all his hair. But
Huh.
yeah, nobody's really.
Now, I haven't seen it, so I don't
Right.
know, but I just, the guy, how rumors are. But
Sure. What memories of working a tour, the Inoki's Federation in Japan?
Oh, when I first went there, it was Dick Murdoch got me booked there. And that was, every time you go there, they try you out, especially when you're new. So you gotta stand up for yourself or you get your ass whooped the whole time you're there. And so, of course, they did the first thing, And then, yeah, I made good money. It's just, once you prove that you're going to fight back, then you're okay. But if you let them hurt you or do something to you and you don't fight back, you're going to take an ass whooping for 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. I've seen it happen to Rick McGraw. I felt so sorry for him. There was nothing I could do. I can't fight Japan for a guy,
Can't afford to go to jail there.
Well, I mean, you can't, he has to go do his own match, and it's like, he just, I don't know. It was, those guys test you out every time you go, or they did when I went the 3 times, I think the last time I went for wings, I think it was.
Victor Kiona's group?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, they Google Len Denton. They're gonna see a match with you and Bill Goldberg as part of this streak. It's the first thing that comes up.
Oh, I know it is. Yeah.
Do you get asked about that a lot?
No, yeah, they ask you about that. They took it off for a while, but someone put it back.
It's back on.
Oh yeah. No, that was that match was that was a pretty stiff match. I was working for WCW, and I was supposed to. Scott Norton got me booked there, and which he was the guy that worked for me in Portland, and he got his start kind of there. He's one of the world champion arm wrestler, and all that stuff, and so we got to be friends. So he's working for WCW, so he's going to get me booked. And the way they told me basically that I had a contract, but then I don't know what happened, what changed. But when I went there to Kansas City that night, they said, they had me with this big black guy, huge. I never seen him anymore. He was gigantic. I don't know what happened to the guy. I don't even remember his name. But I was talking to him and we're on a dart match. And all of a sudden, I seen Jimmy Hart comes in, or one of them, and goes, and says, hey, they want to talk to you. And I knew what it was as soon as I know that because I booked, right? And I go, I'm done. When I sure enough, when I opened the door, there's Goldberg sitting in a chair. And I said, hey, you know what, brother? Go ahead and bring it hard as you want to, as long as it's not in the face of the nuts.
Right.
And he did. Yeah, he stuck me pretty good. But you know what? It was good. My dad even seen it. He was still alive then. And he said, damn, that boy whooped your ass in 30 seconds. I said, don't take me long. I said, it takes a good man to beat me, but it don't take him long.
That was a long match for Goldberg.
Yeah, no kidding.
What's the story of saving Villano Four's life?
Who?
I have a story about you helped save Villano Four's life by I guess something happened backstage at a Nitro and.
You mean it was that was the same. It was at a taping in Orlando.
Okay.
And you're talking about the Mexican boys?
Yeah.
What do they call? They're
Villanos.
Villanos, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what happened is Stevie Ray dropped him. I think it was Stevie Ray. Dropped him on his. He did a reverse neck pile driver, and dropped him on his head. It slipped, And I was warming up, getting ready for my match. Was not next, but the one right after. And so in the back, they have all these props, for the shows and Disney and all that, and Disneyland. So I was sitting. There was a bench right here, and I had my feet on it. And I was doing push-ups, and there was a box at the end of the bench. He come out of the ring, and he sat down there beside me, and I was doing push-ups, and he was just sitting there. And so I went down to do a set. And when I got up, his legs were sticking out of the box, like he fell over in the box, And I go, what in the hell? So I went over there, and I pulled him out, and he's like not breathing, man. He's like, I guess he had the same operation I had. I talked to him about it later. It crushed his vertebrae when he fell, and it cut his air off. Oh, wow. And so I was screaming at Jimmy Hart because he was standing there watching the match, trying to get a medic or somebody, And the music, the pyrotechnics going off, and the music's so loud, no one could hear me. And finally, I got their attention, and they got the doc over there, and they had me holding his legs up. I didn't know what the heck I was even doing. And then they got him breathing again, and they ambulanced him out of there. Oh, wow. And he didn't even know it was me till years later. He come to work Salem fair, the fair date for me in Portland, and I was at the hotel at the Shiloh Inn, and I told him, I saved your life. He goes, what? And I told him the story. He couldn't believe it.
Yeah, did you run some Lucha Libre oriented shows?
Yeah, we're actually going to do one coming up in let's see, it's I think July 31st in Hillsboro, Oregon. A friend of mine, remember Portland Wrestling had the announcer Don Koss? Yep. Don Koss owns 2 Hispanic radio stations in Woodburn, which is 30 minutes outside of Portland. And he actually owns 3 stations, but 2 are Hispanic. And he has a lot of the market there. He does the fair for them in Hillsboro and runs different lucha shows. And sometimes we'll bring guys from Mexico to work the shows, Mm-hmm. We did pretty good. We filled the high school up, There's a big population there.
And you also had a wrestling school for a while.
For a while, yeah.
The guy we know, Tony Casina,
Tony Casina.
He lived in Charlotte with us for a while.
Oh, did he? Yeah. Yeah, I know Tony real well.
Well, great. Well, we really appreciate the time. We've got a lot of great stories here.
Well, good. Thank you. I'm glad to do it, man.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Fight forever. Don't give up. Fight forever. Don't give up. Fight forever. Fight forever and ever and ever and ever.